not long after the Epiphany comes the 52nd Annual March for Life, and we are doing a lot to gear up for the all-day event right here on EWTN. And as you may have guessed, it was one of the biggest events of 2024. Let's check it out.
In freezing temperatures and falling snow, they marched.
You know, I'm just really excited to be here. God obviously wants us to be here.
It's a cold day, it's snowing, you could be anywhere else. Why are you here?
I'm here because it has never been a more important time in our nation's history to stand for life.
That thought shared by many here at the 51st Annual March for Life in Washington.
I'm here because over 60 million children don't have a voice because of the violence of abortion, and I should be here to use my voice.
I have to be out here to do my part to try to save babies.
The event kicked off with a rally and a variety of speakers advocating for unborn life.
The fight for life is not over.
Thousands of people from all over the country then filled the streets of Washington for the march. Some shared international perspective.
It is very different from here.
Sister Catherine Okoye is a member of the Sisters of Jesus the Good Shepherd, a religious congregation founded in Nigeria. She says in her home country, abortion is widely opposed.
Everybody is protesting against killing kids in the womb, but you cannot go anywhere freely to say, I want to kill my child in your womb. No, my culture does not permit that.
Along the march, we also met Lily. She didn't want to share her last name. She has some scars from her past and a family that didn't provide much support for her when she was pregnant decades ago. At 19, she had an abortion.
The truth has set me free, so I want to say how it is. Abortion is murder, and as much as it kills, babies in the wombs of their mothers, it also kills women. Because nobody talks about what happens to women that have aborted.
On a lifelong journey in more ways than one, Lily was born in Central America and grew up in different European countries. She now lives in Ireland. She traveled here to March for Life and share what she's learned all along the way.
Have you found healing since that abortion?
It is an amazing grace that I'm here. It's an amazing grace. Jesus is my Savior. He has forgiven me, and I have forgiven myself.
With a message for pro-lifers going forward, we heard from the chairman of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops Pro-Life Committee, Bishop Michael Burbidge. He says the uncompromising truth must be shared, and the way it is shared will make a difference.
Life is sacred at every stage and must be cherished and protected. But at the same time, we have to be unfailingly charitable. It's love, it is love, that will always inspire and persuade and maybe even welcome others to consider the truth that we're bringing to them.
Mark Irons, EWTN News Nightly.